How's everything going? This is EphraimCPA back again for another installment of my YouTube videos. And I think I got a good conversation to talk about, a good topic to talk about today. And the topic is around focus, right? I think it's an important topic because I've been having a lot of conversations with people around this recently. And not even just recently, but over the years. And even with myself. And I feel like it's important and it needs to be talked about, right? So let me dive into what exactly it is that I'm talking about when it comes to focus. So I had a conversation last week with a potential client, and the client laid out everything that they're doing, right? So she told me that she currently has a 9-to-5. She currently is trying to grow her business. She currently has another side hustle on the side that she's doing. And then there was like a fourth thing. I want to say, oh, she's a real estate agent. So she had so many things going on. And one of the things that really sparked my interest was that the business that she was trying to grow, she had some momentum. She was making some good money, about $3,000 a month in that business. So she was asking me, or she was telling me like she feels that she needs accounting services to really help her go to that next level. And before I even looked at anything, actually it never got to the point of me looking at any of her bank statements or any kind of documentation. I immediately told her something valuable that I hope that she took with her to help her with her business. So I immediately told her, like, your problem necessarily isn't accounting, it's more so about focus. And when I speak about that, the reason why I said focus was obviously she has a lot going on. Right? She has a job. She has literally about 3 businesses that she's doing. I don't think she realizes how many things she's doing at the same time. And I can speak about this because I literally used to do that. I had a lot of businesses before I finally just settled down and focused on my main business that I have going on right now. But I remember when I was running so many businesses at the same time, some of them had partners. The majority of them had employees in each of them, right? So, I was watching a bunch of Shark Tank, a bunch of The Profit, and in my mind, I felt that I could do what they were doing, right? And I feel like I can do that, but the only issue is I don't have their deep pockets, and I also don't have their team and the people that they have working for each of those businesses that they do. Right, so those were the missing ingredients, and obviously they have a lot more experience than me. But in order for them to get to that level of owning so many different businesses, I'm sure they had to really focus in and dial in on that one business that helped them propel and get to that next level, right? And so that's really what I'm committed to doing moving forward. I'm committed to really focusing the majority of my attention on EFS Group because I feel like that is where my true passion lies. And also, I feel like that's where I make the most difference in people's lives, So in saying that, I told her that I felt like if she was to focus, right, cut everything down to where she's really focusing the majority of her time on her e-commerce business. And obviously, she still has to work her job because she's not making enough yet to leave the job. And you focus your attention on those 2 things solely, that you can definitely push the momentum that you already have going into growing your e-commerce business to a 6-figure level, to where you can now walk away from your job and be 100% focused on your e-commerce business. And she agreed. She said, you know what, that makes sense. And I wanted to make this video about that because I see so many people that I talk to and that I work with, and even me in the past, run into a situation like this where our ability to really focus on that one thing, right? If we're able to really do that, if we're able to wave away all the shiny objects that might come in play, you're always going to have an amazing business opportunity come your direction, right? There's always going to be someone that's going to come your direction and say, hey, Ephraim, put down, I don't know, $5,000 in this investment opportunity, or come start a business with me. Or you should be doing this. You should be selling credit repair as well as doing your accounting business, right? But blocking out all those distractions and really focusing and honing in on what you're great at and what your passion truly is, I feel is really going to propel you to get to that next level. You know, so when we actually finally focused in, well, when I actually focused in on EFS Group 100%, our revenues grew, they tripled, you know, so it just goes to show that I was truly the one that was holding the business back from getting to the level that it should have gotten to, you know, and the ability of focus is so important, you know. So I want you to, you know, at the end of this video, make sure you drop some comments in the comment section. Let me know what you feel about this topic, and share this video and like it and subscribe if you haven't, as well, you know, because I think this is a really good topic, a good conversation to have. I think more and more people need to have this, you know, have this conversation or even talk about this out loud. You know, like I said earlier, there's so many times where I speak to new clients, or someone, they come to my office, or they, you know, we meet virtually on Zoom, and they'll say, hey, I have this main business, but then as you're doing their tax return, you discover that there's other businesses and there's other LLCs that they've opened and that they need help with as well. And then whenever you see these other LLCs, you notice that they haven't really gained traction, right? And then you notice their main business isn't where it should be because they're all over the place. Now, granted, I will say, right, if you are, let's say, an influencer, right, because we work with a lot of influencers, right, and in my situation, in my experience, influencers, whatever they touch goes platinum, right? So if you're an influencer and you have a huge following of people that follow you and will buy anything from you, then obviously it makes sense for you, right, to possibly open up additional businesses. But even then, I've seen influencers open up multiple businesses. They're making really good money in each, but the other businesses that they have are sabotaging their real true business that they started in the very beginning from reaching new heights, right? So for me, it's always about, okay, if I have an influencer client or whoever that's hit 7 figures, how can they get to that elusive 8-figure level, right? That $10 million level. Because I feel like if we are to get there, or if you are to get there, if that's truly what you want, you have to dial in and you have to focus in truly on that business and give it your 100% undivided attention. Let me repeat that. You need to dial in and give that business your 100% undivided attention, or at least 90%, right? And if you can do that, and you can continue to build out your team, continue to market really well, continue to sell, continue to fulfill the service or product that you're selling, you do that over and over and over, you're going to reach those new heights. And another thing too that I just thought of right now as well, when it comes to focus. If we are focused in on our business and we have gotten it to a certain level, not only where it's making good revenue, but also where it's systemized and it's processed out properly to where we don't 100% have to be in the business can operate without us, then that now gives you more opportunity to literally go on a vacation, take some time off from the business, come back rejuvenated, refreshed, and you don't feel stressed out, you don't feel weighed down, right? And I know when I was juggling multiple businesses, I always felt that weight on me. I always felt that sense of responsibility that I had to be in multiple places at the same time, right? So I say all this to say, the power of focus. Focus in on your business, really figure out what are the areas of your business that you need to improve, that you need to work on, lock in, focus on that. There's always going to be new things that are going to come up within your business that you're going to need to put your attention in, right? Whether it's in the beginning, it might be marketing and sales. Now that you've mastered that, hiring. Now that you've mastered hiring, the next step could be leadership, right? Management. There's always going to be a new level of business for you to overcome and learn. And it's hard to do that when you're juggling so many different responsibilities and businesses at the same time. So I hope this video helps somebody. Like I said earlier, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and leave a few comments in the comment section so we can go back and forth and have a really good conversation around this. I appreciate your time and looking forward to seeing you on the next video.